Welcome back to Midnight Viewing. I'm your host, Father Malone, and this season we're appraising the 80s UK horror anthology classic for the last time, The Hammer House of Horror. With me is, as always, the projection booth's Mike White.
Leave my soul alone.
I'm taking it with me. Tonight we are looking at the 13th and, as I said, final episode of the series, The Mark of Satan. It aired originally December the 6th, 1980. Merry Christmas, everybody. Written by Don Shaw, directed by Don Levy, starring Patrick McHenry, Emrys James, Georgina Hale, Conrad Phillips. This is about a mortuary worker who begins to believe he's been chosen by Satan. Or is he just a loon? Or is Satan his papa? As you said, Mike, leave my soul alone, everybody.
This one was a lot of fun. Have you ever seen... Peter McHenry is a new thing for me, even though I'm sure I've seen him in other stuff. But we just did an episode on the projection booth about Entertaining Mr. Sloan, which was just, I think, 10 years before this episode. Peter McHenry is like a golden god in that episode. And then here, he looks the name of the guy that played Chef in Apocalypse Now.
Oh, Fred Forrest.
He looks like Frederick Forrest in
yes,
this,
he does. I wrote down lanky John Hurt.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah. Yeah.
But Frederick Forrest is exactly who he is. Frederick Forrest in Valley Girl, as a matter of fact.
Oh, there you go. And I was so reminded of other films that we've seen. What is it? The Jim Carrey one, the number 23 or whatever. This whole idea of, this number is following me around. The number 9 is following me around. And then it also reminded me of the old Saturday Night Live skit where it was a parody of The Omen, and Buck Henry was... I think he was just the main character on that one. And he pulls back John Belushi's hair and he looks at it from the top and goes, oh, it's just 3 9s instead of 3 6s on his head. And I was just like, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it just depends on your point of view. The whole thing of, 2 9s is 1 and 9 and it's 1 and 8 and it's 9. Oh, that's the number again. It's the number again. I'm like, oh, Jesus, settle down. But I like the paranoia and I like how off the deep end this guy goes, and everything is just confirming his suspicions. This is QAnon 1980.
Oh, yes. My goodness. He's receiving messages from the radio antenna, or not a radio antenna, a weather vane. The weather vane is the police warning him of the plot that is unfolding around him. Yeah, the number 9 stitches, 9 pounds, drawer number 9, everyone's giving me 9s, and everything adds up to 9 letters in my name. I cannot abide numerology. It is so twisted. You can turn anything into anything and get any fucking meaning you out of it, any meaning you want out of it. What I kept thinking about is Pi, the Darren Aronofsky film.
Yeah.
That, to me, is the ultimate film about numbers and the obsession with them and their power and the sway that they can hold over the human mind. And they're not doing that here, because what impressed me in the episode is even, Pi, I think, is one of the best films I've ever seen, honestly.
Oh, yeah. And it's great.
The protagonist in that film is off-putting from the beginning. He's not a likable guy. This guy was very likable to me. Even when he was spouting nonsense, he was so affable about it that I thought this might just be some sort of hobby he's having or something. So whereas in Pi, we're watching this kind of a prick kind of be proven right and then go on his journey. This guy we watched go down into the darkness over these things and this potential plot, or is it all just in his head? And I thought that was marvelous, honestly, because I was with him. Like you said, there's something so inherently likable about Peter McHenry, and he's so affable at the beginning. When he's talking to Georgina Hale, the woman who lives upstairs, about the numerology, he's spouting it in such a genial tone that it doesn't sound like he's a nutcase at all. It sounds like a hobby he's talking about. He's talking about bird watching.
Absolutely. And no, really good call, especially with the self-trepanation that happens in Pi. And you have a very similar thing here. Now, I know that it was the casting of the person who's on the slab at first, the person who does say, leave my soul alone. I'm guessing that's another actor, but he looks exactly like Peter McHenry. And then when Peter McHenry ends up on the table later on, I was like, well, was that a flashback or was that not? But I like that confusion. I like that they're doing that. I like that the guy on the table has the mustache as well. And I really liked what an abattoir that mortician's room or the medical examiner's room becomes, especially when he has to use the plunger to get like little bits of brain out of the sink. That's so nice.
Brother,
This
he was
one,
using his gloved hands to
oh,
push little bits of glue into that drain, and then he
uh-huh.
snapped those gloves off in his own face. I was just like, no.
Oh, yeah.
I
One really worked for me. I was just like, yeah, okay. I like, even though it is watching someone's mental decline and everything, I was just there. I was so there to see this. And I don't think that if McHenry was a different actor, that I would be nearly as captivated by him. But like you said, he's just plays a very affable person. And yeah, it's okay. You feel bad for him going down this path.
2 episodes ago, within 5 minutes, you and I both had the same conclusion, which was, oh, everyone's in on it. Here, I didn't think anyone was in on it. I thought this was
No.
either all in his head or maybe one or two of them might be doing something. So when Georgina Hale, after he murders his mother,
Oh
immediately
God.
starts helping him dispose of the body, all I could think was, lady, how is this mortuary attendant who's clearly insane the best bet for you right now? Turn him
Right.
in. Shame on me because she's in it too.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. It's okay. Is this Rosemary's Baby kind of thing where everyone around you is just trying to push you in this direction? Make sure that because it's not just the people across the hallway, it's Guy, it's everybody is in on this thing. And yeah, there was a moment because that again, that doctor, that main medical examiner, he is so gregarious and so happy about things. And especially when he's just, was that a plea to the surgeon or to God? But I'm just like, this guy's great. I really like this guy. But as the episode goes on, I'm just like, ooh, is he in on it? Is this, oh, this could be a conspiracy. This could be a cult. Okay, I wonder what's going on here. None of that, like you said, nothing where I was just like, oh, yeah, yeah, like why don't you bring up how much money you could afford to throw at this thing? No, this guy is not some sort of posh person at all. He's just a menial worker. He's not the guy who's even holding the knife in the ME room. He's the guy cleaning off the knives.
Yeah, that's Emrys James you're talking about, the head medical
Oh,
examiner,
so
who
good.
so good. I stopped the episode and went and looked him up, and the only other thing I've ever seen him in was Dragon Slayer. He plays
Oh,
the female lead's father in that. And next on my list is everything Emrys James was in because I thought he was a fucking delight. Broke my heart when he was in on the conspiracy, honestly. And he has my favorite moment in it. And talk about pushing boundaries. Now, not just all of the blood that we get to see, all of the grue that we get to see throughout this entire episode, but in that opening scene when he's describing to Peter McHenry the dying man talking about his soul and the quandary of that. Who was he addressing that question? When he's doing that, he's slowly peeling open a corpse's skull, like the skin
yeah.
over the skull. And then he takes a little divider and you can see him place it out of frame. And then he says something about how there are other practices in the world that are barbaric. And then you hear snap. And he goes, the human brain. And I nearly passed out. It was
Oh,
a fucking sound effect and it was so fucking disgusting.
yeah. No, this one is top to bottom. Just such a solid way for this whole show to go out. I know I wasn't that impressed with the previous one and the one before. I think neither one of us were that into, but this hits those highs that we were seeing in previous episodes where it was just like, what is going on with this TV show that is so strong and has again such great actors in here. Like McHenry is just really solid top to bottom. And he's no Pierce Brosnan as far as his popularity here in the States or anything, but it's just such a great starring role for him in this.
Yeah, Georgina Hale was one of what's his name? Ken Russell's stable of actors. She was in The Devils. She played one of the nuns, Philippe. And so for most of the episode, I was wondering, why did she take this role as this like housewife? And then once she was attacking the priest and chewing through his neck, I thought, oh, that's why. That's the
Mhm.
Georgina Hale I know and love.
Yeah. Boy, she was in a lot of Ken Russell stuff. I'm just looking at her CV, and it's like the first three things that come up. You mentioned the Devils, the boyfriend, Mahler. Just wow, okay. She must have gotten along with him pretty well.
One of those Ken Russell girls. God bless every
Yeah.
one of them.
Yeah. No, and I love her role. I love this whole thing of, yeah, him murdering his mother. And yeah, I was just like, is that in his head? Is that what's going on? Is that for real? There's no way he could have just killed his own mother. Yeah, sure enough. Okay.
Shocking.
Shocking.
Shocking. And
Yes,
again, just off
absolutely.
screen, he's just doing it like it's all from the waist up and he's stabbing her. And I'm like, he can't possibly. They did not just do that. They just
Right.
fucking did that. And then at the end, when he finally decides he's going to drill into his own skull like the guy who did previously, it's because they want him to eat the baby. They keep chanting it, the baby.
Yes, eat the baby. Yes, I couldn't believe that. Yeah, this one was dark, man. Did I read right that like they didn't show this episode very much? Like in
No, in fact, when they repackaged it for syndication, they didn't include this one. And
oh
you couldn't
god.
see it for 10 or 15 years or so.
Oh man.
And I
I can
understand
see
why.
I can't remember the name of the episode, but the one where the kid's birthday party had all the blood
The
spurting
house
and
that bled
everything.
to death.
Thank you. I know that one really affected you when you saw it. I could see this one if I had seen this when I was that age. This would have scared the shit out of me.
What if I had seen this around the time I saw like The Omen and The Exorcist and stuff? This would have been the one. Like this to me is my conception of Rosemary's Baby, where you're just hearing the fucking voices, man. Like you don't need the external stimulation all that much. You're just gonna do it yourself. It's horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, is that it? Is that it? We've come to the fucking end?
Yeah, it's sad because this is such a high note to go out on.
Yeah, I can't. I can only bemoan that there's not more. That's the first time we've done that. Said
Right.
at the finale, please more of this.
Oh yeah.
And they stumbled twice, and their stumbles were so far above the stumbles of
God.
every previous thing we've said. Any random Rod Serling Night Gallery, those two were better than any random fucking third season Twilight Zone 85, for Christ's sake. Even Darkseid had some clunkers in there that I will never watch again. I could easily watch this entire series again and just go, if I was showing it to somebody, go, the last two we'll probably watch first.
Yeah.
The penultimate two.
Yeah, no, but stem to stern otherwise, solid show. And this has been such a delight to go through.
God bless you, Hammer. You will be missed. Now, on the next episode of Midnight Viewing, we'll be starting a whole new series under the bitterly ironic eye of Mr. Roald Dahl. That's right, on the next episode of Midnight Viewing, we're taking a look at the first two episodes of Tales of the Unexpected. Those are Man from the South and Mrs. Bixby and the Colonel's Coat. I already know one of those fucking stories is awesome. Until we reconvene in a tidy cottage in Norwich, where can people find you, Mike White?
Everything that I do is available over at weirdingwaymedia.com, including the show that I do once a month where Chris Stashu and I talk about Columbo. It's called The Shabby Detective. And we're on a little bit of I don't want to say hiatus, but we're taking a break between season 7 and then the TV movies that happened way later in the 80s. So we're kind of catching up on sorry, I'm blanking. We're catching up on some Lincoln Levinson stuff and some Peter Falk stuff. In the meantime, it's going to be watching some Murder by Natural Causes pretty soon, which I'm very excited about because I don't think I was in the play in high school, but some friends of mine were in that play in high school. So I had no idea I was watching a Lincoln Levinson joint all the way back when I was like 17. So it'll be interesting to see Mr. Hal Holbrook taking on that role that my friend Leon played all those years ago. How about you, Father Malone?
Oh, I have a fondness for Mr. Hal Holbrook, I'll tell you that much. As for me, if you're listening to Midnight Viewing, you listen to the show that I do. Every Friday, we have Father Malone's Midnight Viewing, where I look at everything new in streaming and in the cinemas. And every Monday, it's either one of these here anthology shows, or we do one of the fests with HP. Right now, we're involved in the Von Doom Fest, as we count down the Marvel's Cinematic Universe's path to Doomsday. Until next time, and next season, try to enjoy the daylight.